はい、ジャパニーズリストリームをご覧の皆様、ごきげんよう。司会進行の方は引き続きグラタンが担当させていただきます。次のタイトルは、オリ&ザ・ブラインド・フォレスト・ディフィニティブ・エディション。カテゴリーはランダマイザーとなっております。こちら、解説の方、現在いらっしゃいませんので、ぜひですね、こちらのゲーム知ってるよという方や、なんならね、ランダマイザーなら任せろという方がいらっしゃれば、ぜひぜひ、ジャパニーズリストリームの方の解説を応募していただけますと、非常に助かります。現在ですね、スケジュールの方を見ていただきますと、まだまだ解説の方いらっしゃらないタイトルというのもございますので、スケジュールの方をご覧になって、ちょっとこのタイトル喋れそうだなっていうのがありましたら、応募していただけますと、我々非常に助かりますので、前出て喋るのがちょっとっていう方とか、環境的にマイク難しいよっていう方とかはね、チャット欄の方で補足いただけますと、そちらの方も適宜拾わせていただきますので、ぜひね、皆さんと楽しめればなと思っております。で、続きましてのゲーム、オリア&ザ・ブラインド・フォレスト。スピードランなんかも人気でね、よく見るゲームではあるんですが、私の方はちょっとプレイしたことはないんですが、こういう時はね、まずスチームのページを覗きながらね。そう、放題が、檻と暗闇の森になっているのかな。スチームのページを開きまして、檻と暗闇の森は英雄になる運命を背負った親なき少年の冒険譚。ムーンスタジオ制作の目を見張るほど美しいグラフィックが広がる PC 用プラットフォームアクションゲームです。こちらですね、2D のプラットフォーマーとなっておりまして、かなりビジュアルが特徴的といいますか、ちょっと美しい神秘的な感じのビジュアルと、軽快なアクションが持ち味といった感じのゲームになっていますかね。で、今回はさらにランダマイザーということで、おそらく、パッと見では全然わからないような進行方法になるのかなとは思っておりますが、メトロイドバニアのアクションゲーで、なるほど。そうですね。そちらの方も紹介してなかったんですが、こちらの方、いわゆる続編となっておりまして、前作に、オリ&ザ・ウィル・オー・ザ・ウィスプというのがあるんですが、そちらの方は結構な死にゲーだということで、何度も挑戦して、覚えてクリアしていくといったような感じですかね。
It's all you, turtle.
画面の方が来ました。
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Ori and the Blind Forest Definitive Edition Randomizer. Let's spread X. My name is Turtle1212.
こちら、ディフィニティブエディションということで、
I am so glad to be here.
発売が、2025年になるのかな。
Bar none. I adore this game so much. And I'm just so excited to play it. It's beautiful. It's amazing. It's the randomizer.
こちらが1か。で、続編の方が、ウィル・オブ・ザ・ウィスプ。なるほど、なるほど。すいません、失礼しました。
And we are off to the races. Immediately skipping the prologue, which saves multiple minutes. This game, visually beautiful, audioly beautiful, but also its story is really good. Unfortunately, we have to skip it because
こちら、ディフィニティブエディションは、通常のゲーム内容に加え、新たなストーリーや新たな能力、ダッシュ、ライトバースト、そして難易度設定などの機能が加わっているということで、そちらのディフィニティブエディションの方をランダマイザーとしてプレイしていくようですね。
All right, tech things. We love our tech team here. So we're gonna make sure we get that fixed.
We do love our tech team. They're gonna.
ちょっとそうですね。本家の方かなり音声が、拾っちゃってハウリングしてるような感じだったので、一旦ちょっと調整に戻った感じですかね。何々各所のアイテムを拾うと使えるアクションが増える。おお、なるほど。で、つまり、ランダマイザーだと、おそらくそもそも拾えるアイテムがランダムになっているであろうということで、アクションすら、何が手に入るかわからないといった感じで、進んでいくのでしょうか。ざっとではありますが、檻と暗闇の森について、ストーリーの方は、ニブルの森が枯れてしまう。突然やってきた強力な嵐の影響で森は多くの悲劇に見舞われる。故郷を守るため、小さなヒーローは勇気を振り絞り暗黒の敵に立ち向かう。手書き風のタッチと繊細に作り込まれたキャラクター、そしてフルオーケストラ編成の音楽が魅力の愛と犠牲の感動の物語。森を救うことができるのはあなただけということで、帰ってきましたね。お帰りなさい。
Alright, so, Ori, beautiful game, amazing, my favorite of all time. You should play it. We're gonna get right in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Once again. So, again, we are going to save multiple minutes by skipping the prologue. I don't know, I already said this, but like, maybe you didn't hear because it was echoing. This game made me cry, and I'm not afraid to admit that. It is so good and like emotionally heartfelt. Please play it. But we will hope to be skipping as many of those cutscenes as possible, so at least you won't be spoiled in that regard. And also, it's a randomizer, so this is absolutely not what your casual playthrough will look like, as we are on our first of 257 pickups spread throughout the game.
これはあれですかね。主人公のキャラ、今飛んで跳ねてるのがオリ君ということでいいんですかね。
So, first things first, if you want to keep track of what's going on, first off, when pickups show up, as we can see here as I grab my third, it'll show me what they are in this little text bubble up here. If that text bubble is white, it's a normal pickup. If it is green, it is a skill, and if it is orange, red, or blue, then that will be an item related.
ゲーム始まってますね。グッドラックです。といったところでですね、ゲーム始まったタイミングではありますが、私の司会進行の方、ここまでとなりますので、ここまでとなります。ここまでお付き合いありがとうございました。引き続きジャパニーズリストリームお楽しみください。では失礼いたします。
You can see around the outside of the tracker that there are 11 sort of little icons, and several of them are colored in. But that top one, Spear Flame, we don't really count, because if we were to randomize that skill, like 95% of seeds would be just instantly soft locked, so we don't randomize that one. And instead,
おはようございます。ここから司会は私、天雪でお送りいたします。
ones to be on the keeping an eye out for. And so wall jump is already our first. That is the first skill that you will get in vanilla Ori as well. And we'll be taking that immediately.
解説飛び入りご応募引き続きお待ちしております。
Just wall jump at the very beginning, as we are doing right now. So this area is going to be doing not entirely as intended, but this is the skill set that you would have as you normally come through here. So there's no big worries from me in terms of like, dying. We'll definitely get into some later game areas, probably with a lot fewer skills, but that is totally fine. To talk about our skills, wall jump obviously is maybe not the strongest skill. You might expect that from the first skill of the game, but it is a form of wall interaction. There are two skills that do that, being wall jump and climb, and there are a bunch of different categories like that we're looking for. So we're looking for blue break as well. That'll be either grenade or charge flame. We're looking for verticality, which will be double jump or charge jump. We are looking for air stall, which will be glide or double jump. So etc.
背景と
There is actually no
ア
one
クションのエ
skill
フェ
that is
クトと
required
か
to beat the rando. And in fact, I have beaten
すごい
this
神
rando
秘的
many
神秘
times
的
without
です。
each individual skill. So no, even bash, the most powerful skill, it's optional. We might not even see it at all this run. So it's all up to what the randomizer decides to give us. However, we are almost certainly going to need a couple of skills that are the most powerful and do so much. I should have just been patient there. Oh well, we'll lose 8 seconds. The power skills, right. Those are bash, dash, and charge jump. The power level on those 3 skills is a good deal above all of the other 7 skills. So if you see a power skill, get really hype about it, because that means we are getting a huge boost in the amount of stuff we can do. Also get hype if you see double jump, because it is personally my favorite pickup. But let's talk quickly about a glitch as well that you've already seen once if you were paying close attention, but you will see it quite a bit throughout the run. And I'm going to do another one right here in a second. And it is called a save anywhere. Normally in this game, you can only save in certain locations, and specifically, you can't save during, say, cutscenes. However, we want to be able to save during cutscenes, because if you save during cutscenes, they break a tiny little bit on occasion. So this is a save anywhere right here. Boom, ta-da, the cutscene is broken. So it might not have looked like much, but you can see that right now the statue is rising, and currently Ori is supposed to be staring at that with like wonder and awe in their eyes, and instead we're doing some maneuvering in the dark.
光と光る玉でアクション。あ、この光るやつか。
Stopping and staring at a cutscene is slow, and we want to go fast.
白い
And the
子が
save
本体、
anywhere
お、
enables
明るくなりま
that.
したね。
Very good. So what we're doing with the save anywhere is you save in a normal location and then open up the level up menu with the ability tree.
セーブしました。
Is, well, it lets you level up an ability. And when you level up an ability, the game saves. Because normally you're only supposed to be able to open up that ability tree while you're in a normal spot. However, if we close and reopen the game on the same frame, we're allowed to move around with that menu open, and therefore level up an ability wherever we want, and therefore level up an ability during a cutscene or in a dangerous location. So we will be doing a lot of that throughout the run, not only to skip cutscenes, but also to do another variation of a trick called the zombie Ori, which basically is where you can save in an area with super dangerous, deadly death. And Ori just gets like a couple seconds of iframes and can continue moving on. The big downside to save anywheres is that it does cost my precious ability cells. So you can see the number at the bottom of the screen is my current ability cell count. And I am a huge fan of the blue skill tree, but we are about to use up the last one ability cell option in that tree in this Indiana Jones save anywhere.
お、あ、
So
もう
at this point, if I
ま
want
た
to
タイトル
continue
戻っ
down
て。
that optimal tree, I will need to start using 2 ability cells. So routing ability cells can be pretty tight depending on what you find. So right now, I really don't want to go anywhere that requires a save.
潰れちゃう。あ、大丈夫だった。あ、結構許容範囲はあった。
Getting ability cells is great for that reason, but yeah, as you can see, save anywhere tends to break the game. That boulder, which was supposed to
びっ
crush
くり
Ori
し
to
た。
death, when we did the save anywhere, it kind of just doesn't anymore. I don't know exactly how that works, but it does, and therefore we can go and grab this teleporter way earlier than we would otherwise be able to. And teleporters are particularly useful in the randomizer because of an added feature, and that is Alt-R, or Teleport Anywhere. And what that is it's this. Boop. Hold on, double jump. Double jump, double jump, double jump. Double jump, my beloved. Yes, so happy about that. But to quickly talk about Alt-R, it is Teleport Anywhere. It's the same feature that if you've played Ori and the Will of the Wisps, this game's sequel, that you'll have seen there, where you can just
ダブルジャンプ。あ、こういうアクションで2段ジャンプはかなり大きいですよ。
which is walk all the way back to the teleporter, and you know that's slow, that's boring. So we like to do Alt-Rs and just instantly teleport. And the reason that was added is actually as an
陸上ってランダムですよね。
anti-softlock feature for the
このタイミングで弾けるって相当でかいんじゃないですか。
For example, not have wall jump or climb and fall down into a pit. You wouldn't be able to climb out of that pit with wall jump. But with Alt-R, you can very easily remove yourself from any sticky soft lock situation.
待ってこれなんか
The speakers, of course, took one look at this and went, "Oh, you can teleport from
い
anywhere."
かにも入っちゃいけなさそうな海に強引に入ってませんでした今。
For the accessibility and for the Origo zoomies, but double jump. Oh, double jump, my beloved. Again, double jump is my favorite skill, just because it allows you to do so much like smooth, cool movement like that right there, where I just sneakily touched a wall, jumped off of it with wall jump, and then double jumped right back on. Just one more easy, quick pickup to be grabbing. So yeah.
やっぱ綺麗にしなきゃいけないとこだった。
The goal of the randomizer. So obviously we're gonna want to see credits. Like that's sort of the goal in pretty much everything ever, and we're going to do that. But if that was all we were going to do, well, Ori-Rando is maybe a little high wall. Ori-Rando is maybe a little too easy for that high wall. Hold on. Wall. There's this tiny portion.
何裏こそしてんだろう。
Ori,
あ、
wall.
通れる？なんか絶妙に通れないとこだ。
This is usually something I get first try. What the heck is going on? Did they patch this? They have not
あ
patched
そ
this
こ
in
の
years.
左上ね、取ろうとしてんのか
I
な
am。just spaghetti right now.
You got this. I believe.
これ壁じゃんできる判定あんのかな。
So, as we talk about walls,
頑張れ。
good thing I saved right there. As we talk about walls, something to note is that the walls in this game are not flat. Like if you see like tiny little curves in the wall, that is actually there, and that's what we're abusing here. There's a tiny little portion that you should
壁キッ
just be
ク。
able to wall jump off of. Ori,
この動きも明らかに壁キックしたいところなんだよ
we're in
ね。
public right now, Ori. You're embarrassing me. Come on. And in fact, this
何
is
ピ
a
クセル単位なんだろ
normally
Oh, ne-
something I get. Like I said, first try, I legitimately don't know what's wrong with me. We might just have to move on and leave this pickup out, even though I guess it's not considered in logic. That little wall is
う。諦めましたね。ナイストライでした。
something that you're supposed to do at standard difficulty, but I'm gonna try again on the way down. You know what? I'm mad at that wall right now. You could absolutely just wall jump off of that, and it's smooth as butter, 99% of the time, but not today. So. As we give that one more try on the way down, let's talk about the goal. So right, I said that going to I said one more try, but come on, going to the final escape would be too easy. Okay, last one. Okay, we're not getting that pickup today. I do not know what is wrong with me to not be able to get that. I guess we're just playing like spaghetti
今
right
の
now.
は、
That's
チェック
fine.
ポイントか。
You know, everything looks beautiful
また後で
on
行くの
this
かな。
side. It was just one very uncooperative wall during a marathon.
But yeah, so what the randomizer developers did to make the game a little more interesting, instead of just blitzing straight to the end, which could be as easy as like 10 pickups if you're extremely lucky, or like 100 pickups if you are extremely not. What they did is they added different goal modes to the randomizer. And the goal mode that I am running with now, as well as the most popular goal mode, is Force Trees. What that means is that I must go to all 10 vanilla skill tree locations before I can enter the final escape. So you can see on the tracker that in addition to the big skill icons, some of which are already lit up, you can also see little grayed out tree icons around the outside. So I need to have all of those lit up before I can even enter the final escape at all. So that means we're going to be seeing just about every biome of the world, and which is really cool for the sake of showing things off, obviously, but also it means we need a lot of skills, a lot of different pickups, a lot of locations, and it just makes the randomizer a lot more diverse
なん
than
か喋ってる。
to the end would be. And this also leads to the strategy that I am pursuing right now called lumberjacking. So since we need to get all 10 of those vanilla skill tree locations, we need to be moving at all times, if possible, towards a tree. So once again, we're going to do that here, just making sure we can get wall jump tree, charge flame tree, dash tree are our 3 really early
めっ
game
ちゃ回
trees.
ってます
And。in addition to trees
ワープ。
being required, they're also good for our hint mode. which is tree clues. So let's talk about why we need those. So just gonna skip another cutscene here, don't worry. Because we need to go to the final escape, we need to enter the final dungeon, Mount Horu. And because we need all of our vanilla skill tree locations, we need to enter another dungeon, the Ginso tree. Both of those are locked. All of the dungeons in this game are, and you need a certain item, a dungeon key, to be able to get into them at all. So, those are needle in a haystack pickups. Those are randomized as well. They could be anywhere except their own dungeons. And that is a little scary. So what the randomizer devs did is they gave us a clue mode to help us sniff those pickups out. And what that means is that on my 3rd, 6th, and 9th trees, so every multiple of 3, I will be getting a hint to one of the 3 dungeon key locations. Not its exact location, but its biome. We'll see that right here as we get Grenade, a skill, talk about that in a sec. Sunstone is in Valley. Okay, that is one of the 2 that we really, really need, but it is not 100% accessible just yet. I actually can check some of Valley right away, and I am going to do that, but just know that we need that pickup, but I know that it is in Valley. So we'll be heading throughout Valley and doing a little bit of extra digging there, just so we can make super sure we have the Sunstone, which is what I'm doing right now as well. We're just going back. There's a blue door that we can now break with our newest skill. So this is Grenade. As you can see, we throw little grenades. And Grenade is, like I mentioned earlier, something called Blue Break. So blue walls like that, and blue plants, like you can barely see one up here. Hi, need to not die. Bird, 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 be nice. Bird, okay. Bird was nice and stopped existing, so I can keep Ori existing. We're also going to do that to the frog, but as you can see up here, there is a blue plant. You can maybe barely see that. Those all have pickups in them. So by throwing a grenade at them, Grenade with Blue Break will break it open and get us that pickup. So Blue Break is very important because it just straight up gets you pickups. Without Blue Break, if you don't have Charge Flame or Grenade, you just do not get those pickups and you are forced to walk by them and be very, very sad. But gonna go grab one more pickup here in Valley. Oh my god, bird. Okay, whew, we made it. Not fall down. And now, let's think. Let's do the energy door, because I have a lot of energy, you might notice. And with Blue Break and Wall Jump, this is a pretty standard combo. And in fact,
スピリッツリー開くと画面バグって何のためにタイトルに言ってる
Wall Jump and Charge Flame, which is the other form of Blue Breakage. And you're usually supposed to walk through a pretty long area known as Spider Lake or Spider Sack, because there are a lot of spiders there, believe it or not. But there aren't any trees in Spider Lake, so what we are going to do instead is do a little bit of sequence breaking of the randomizer. Just a little, this isn't too much, but this 4 energy door over here is something that I can open with as much energy as I have, and this gives me access to an area called Death Gauntlet. You will likely see why it is called Death Gauntlet here. Hi, frog. As I now have very little health. Luckily, I managed to avoid the poison swim, thanks to Double Jump, the best skill in the game. Not the best skill, but my favorite at least. Bash is definitely still the best skill. But, okay, little low on health. I went a little risky, but yeah, in the vanilla speedrun of this game, you typically enter
天井のトラップをエレベーターに
0 extra energy to save with, and approximately 3 health. So it is very easy to die, and that is why it has earned the name Death Gauntlet. But by getting through Death Gauntlet with that 4 energy, we can access this teleporter way, way faster than we would if we went through Spider Lake. Which is great, because at the bottom of this teleporter is an area called Moon Grotto. And Moon Grotto is the most dense area in the entire game. Okay, I'm messing up all of my, like, double jump, wall jump tricks. Boop, there we go, that's better. Much easier to go up that side than this side, which is filled with slimes. But yeah, Moon Grotto, the most dense area in the game.
ああ、また、毒沼を強引に。
And it has another tree. So this helps us progress to... I did not mean to level that up. Oops, it's fine. This helps me progress towards our lumberjacking,
ほんまや画面が。
where we need to get all the trees anyway. So we're going to come down here, sweep through as many pickups as we can. And with this skill set, I think I can get every single pickup in all of Grotto. double jump is that good, and grenade helps a little as well, but it's mostly double jump, let's be honest, the best skill in the game. So, yeah, it's, I don't know, I very much love double jump. And the blue tree that I have been building my skills toward also has triple jump. It's near the top of the tree, so we won't get that just yet, but at some point I will almost certainly get triple jump, which makes double jump even more powerful. And there's another thing which we will hopefully see. I'll talk about that a little later when it happens, but if we see that pickup, I will be extremely, extremely happy.
あ、すごい。カビのボム能力、カビちゃんのボム能力みたいに
In the meantime, while I am
こ
just
うこうしてできるやつが
this very, very
技だ
dense area of Moon Grotto,
いた気が
Sporadic,
します。
do you have anything to say from Prevent-A-Thon or our lovely donators right now?
I absolutely have things to say. I've been a little
Heck yeah.
mesmerized, I'll be honest. Such a beautiful game. Well, I want to say that thanks to everybody's generosity, we are only
Gumozok.
$5 Canadian away from $700 raised for Little Warriors. Do y'all think we can get that $5 before the end of this run tonight? That would be awfully nice. That would be. I would be excited. Would you be excited?
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully we
ダッシュを
can
拾
see
え
that
た。
$5 donation come in. Hopefully we can hit that $700.
おお、ダッシュだ。あ、
For Little Warriors. I do want to remind everybody that we have a brand new incentive that opened up for the first run tomorrow morning. That is the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. Oh, excuse me, Stormy Ascent incentive. We are looking for $100 to unlock that. We are sitting at 35. Stormy Ascent is a cut level from the original Crash Bandicoot and a downloadable level in the Insane Trilogy where
こ
it
れ
becomes
を
the
打ち
30th
返してやってんの
level
かな。おお、惜しい。
fights in the game. So if you want to see that when you're getting your donations in for Little Warriors,
あ、なるほどね。
be
打ち
sure
返
to
し。
click
あ、
on that Stormy Ascent
打ち返して
gem incentive
岩
for
壊そうと
the
してたんかし
Crash
ら。
Bandicoot Insane Trilogy run that's going to happen first thing tomorrow morning. In this time zone, it'll be the morning anyway.
Alright. I was just trying to do a
ああ、よく考えます。
very hard, and so I gave it a couple tries, but
岩が方向変えてくれる。あ、なるほどね。
Sorry, we just got two of the power skills within like a minute there. So first off, dash. Dash, obviously, fast. You go zoomies a little bit. And we have already unlocked the air dash ability, which makes it even better because I can do it in the air, which especially with double jump is just so cozy. So we're going to be doing a lot of zoomies, and eventually I will level up another skill which makes dash even more broken, if you can believe it or not. Also, cozy seed. That doesn't do anything, but it makes the seed more cozy. So, but yeah, dash good, but also charge jump. So as you can see, charge jump makes me go big uppies. Charge jump is the final skill that you will get in the vanilla game, and as such, it is quite strong. You go, like, I don't know, it's like 8-9 times Ori's normal jump height in a single motion, and you also do a bunch of damage to enemies above you. Charge jump is probably one of the most useful items or useful skills in battle, which we're not going to be doing too much of that. Most of the enemies are actually
大ジャンプっぽいの拾っ
friends, not our foes.
て
But,
いた。
you know, on the occasion that we need to murder someone dead, we can just boop, and they no longer exist.
違うな。上にダッシュしてんのか、これ。
But yeah, so those are two of the game's power skills, and you will see exactly how powerful they are, as we now have quite a bit of the
い
game
や、違う。
accessible
ダッシュって
to
横
us.
方向だけ
Some of it not exactly logically, but who cares? So long as I can manage to get all of our trees in the end, that's what really matters. So here is
チャージジャンプっていう終盤のスキル。
Oh, and another health. Okay, that was probably my biggest worry at this point. I think still is my biggest worry for the time being. Just that we don't have a lot of health, and certain areas of the game that we already have teleporters for
すごいね、チャー
will
ジジャンプ。
deal, I don't know, say 5 damage to us with single spikes, and we don't exactly have the health to just tank that right now, but those are areas that I'll have to worry about later. So as long as we can find a little bit more health along the way. Oh my god, yes. Oh, this seed is so cracked. What on earth?
おお。
That is the skill that I was, or the pickup that I was talking about, or alluding to, that if I find it, I'm going to be so happy. Because that is a bonus skill called Extra Double Jump. And it does what it says on the tin. It gives you an extra double jump. So not only do we have double jump, my favorite skill, but we now have triple jump. And then once I hit that ability tree will have quad jump. So, oh my god, double jump is so strong with that, and that is exactly why it is my favorite skill. It is, oh, yes, good, perfect, beautiful, lovely. The Rapidash quote from the Pokemon.
Beautiful.
Except it's about double jump instead. So,
Hit the zoomies part of the run.
yeah, we are quite incredibly strong. So, right, bonus pickups. Let's quickly talk about those. Double jump, or extra double jump, is just one of many. So I think I already have energy regeneration, which gives you a little bit of energy over time. I believe it's like 0.1 energy every 10 seconds. So it's not that great, but it does help slowly over time. It does build up. You also have health regeneration, its health counterpart, which, you know, gives you more health slowly over time. And I think I actually might have one of those as well. There's also probably the most interesting bonus pickups are Mega Health and Mega Energy. Okay, I messed up the blind movement a little bit. It's fine. Mega Health and Mega Energy give you 5 health or 5 energy all at once, but it's temporary. So this actually makes some really interesting routing choices come into play, where it's like, do I want a damage boost now and save that, or do I want to just damage boost now and use it, or do I want to just keep it for my own health later? Okay, so I'm going to also show off. Oops, okay, we need one more damage. I'm going to show off Dash's true potential here.
うお、なんだなんだ。めっちゃくちゃ飛んだ。
But what you just saw is known as a. Where am I going?
今の何？めっちゃジャンプ以上に飛んだような気がします。
I leveled up Charge Dash in the tree, which is usually an ability that lets you basically snap Ori's position straight to an enemy. Ori just dashes at them, hits them, deals quite a bit of damage, and the enemy goes kerploom. But it has a little bit of a glitch associated with it, believe it or not, where if you jump on the same frame as you charge dash, which is actually really easy to do with a keybind that you can just do for free in the game. So this trick is really easy to pull off. Instead of dashing straight to the enemy, you yeet to
おお、水がきれいになった。
approximately, but then you don't stop moving. So if I get an enemy above me, I can just charge dash straight at them, and it sends me absolutely flying, like you just saw, into the stratosphere. Rocket jumping is
水きれいにするってああいうことなんだ。
in the entire game, and knowing when and how to use it is very, very key. So you're going to see another one right here if you missed it the first time, because there's going to be an enemy that pops up, and I need to go up. So when there's an enemy above me and I need upsies, whee!
Oh.
Upsies. And yeah, charge dashing is a little good. So with that, we are now at 5 out of 10 trees. Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, Squidward on a chair. And so we will be making our way now to our 6th tree after I do a little bit of pickup. I am still notably missing the water vein, but hopefully I will get my hint for that from this 6th tree, and that will give me a little peace of mind, because that is now what I'm really worried about. We have a very strong skill set, we have a lot of teleporters, but my Sunstone is in Valley, which I think there's only one pickup that I can't get right now. Everything else should be full clearable. And the other, the water vein, the only other pickup in the entire game that's required is question mark. Oh, hold on, I need to play with Marvin. We need to play with Marvin. Okay. Wrong teleporter. Oops, I'm dumb. But I don't have Stomp right now, and usually in order to get this next tree, you have to have Stomp to break a floor. But in Ori and the Blind Forest, a lot of abilities can be circumnavigated with the help of some friendly forest frogs. And this frog right here might be the most important of them. Everyone in chat, please say hi to our best bud, Marvin, right here. So Marvin is a very... I just died. Marvin is a very, very special frog. So for one, that Indiana Jones like boulder sequence that you saw me do earlier, that boulder is supposed to crush Marvin to death, and he... Where are you, Marvin? Come on, buddy. I'm gonna have to dodge him a little bit. I need to get him under these crushers very carefully. But Marvin is supposed to die.
予想以上に速いな、天井。ああ。
And Marvin is therefore coded to
誘導してんのかしら、今のこの敵。
forever if he dies for any reason. So I need to be extremely careful keeping Marvin from jumping into these. You just had to show him, Marv. Marv, I know we're in the middle of a marathon, but now is not the time to show off examples of how rude you can be and how fragile you can be. Yeah, we need to be very careful keeping Marvin alive because he has Stomp. And in fact, all Fronkies of that type have Stomp. You might see that a little later if I need to play with Peggy.
どこまで運ぶんだろう。
Okay, he's under the spike.
あ、さっきあの棘にぶつかったのか。
Funky, who's your good boy? Yes, it's you. So I do need to have him avoid these. Hi, Marvin. I need to have him avoid these spikes as well, but these ones are quite a bit easier. And now Marvin can
どこ
go
まで行
stomp
く？
and get us
ああ、なるほどね。
with our 6th tree. So again, very important because it gives us our clues. So everyone in chat say thank you, Marvin, for all of his help. And Marvin also did get us another pickup earlier. Again, he's just so useful. So keeping him alive via
で
skipping
っか
the
い袋に襲われてるんですね。
via
まだ出
skipping
てきて
the
ない。
Indiana Jones boulder sequence is really important for pretty much every rando category and thing. Hi there, bird. Okay. Yep. So here we are in grenade area. I am going to keep clearing up pickups just in case my water vein is one of these here. I really don't want to leave that behind, but in just a second we will hopefully have our next bit of information to our water vein location. We also might get the Gumon seal clue, which is useless to me, but after we skip this big 60-second long cutscene, we'll come up here to tree 6 out of 10, which will give us our hint.
で、また
drum
新しい
roll,
スキ
what
ル
are we
が
gonna
入
get?
っ
Water vein
て
hint or Gumon seal hint? It's a 50-50. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Okay. Oh, okay. So that is my water vein hint, which is very good. But that is my water vein hint in
次は何が
Swamp,
開いたんだ。
which I've already cleared a lot of. So the fact that I didn't find my water vein in Swamp means that there's a somewhat decent chance that it is underwater. And if you haven't noticed, the water in this game is a little bit poisonous to Ori. Can I kill the spider? Spider, you are my worst enemy. Thank you. The water in this game is a little bit poisonous, and when Ori swims in it, they just constantly take damage. So that's not good. And okay. What's my strat here actually? Do I need to? I need to.
これ
do
あれかな、
a
下でパンチするようなスキルがないか
parry
ら
this wall.
壊せないってやつかな。
Ow. But yeah. So since a lot of these pickups in Swamp are underwater, I
なんか画面バグってません？
to swim through the poisoned water unless I can find a pickup called Clean Water, which is one of our world events. And
だいぶぼやけてきてますよ。
maybe the first time, but right now I need to do a Terra break, and okay, there we go. So we should be able to just level this up here.
押してもらうのかな。
And charge them to a wall. Oh, Terra breaking down often is weird, but you can also try. You can also try. No, okay. We might need to do. There we go.
あ、壊れた。よしよしよしよし。
To break walls with charge jump, because normally charge jump goes up and not down. So I was trying a couple different things because I'm not exactly always certain as to which one will work, but we did manage to find one in the end. That being dashing right after our Ori. Okay. You know what? We're just gonna do a zombie. We're just gonna do another zombie. That's fine. Hold on. Ooh. Sorry, this is sort of a puzzle. This area of the game, I should mention, is called Sorrow Pass. And this is the penultimate area of Vanilla. So this is a very, very late area, and as such, ooh, touch the wall? Okay, we touched the wall, we're good. This area does a lot of damage. Like these spikes, like I mentioned earlier, deal... I leveled up back here. Just was not quick enough on the ball. It's fine. The spikes in this area deal like 5 damage, which is a bit, a tiny bit, a little amount, but okay. We got the save, and we broke the wall. Drop a save here because we're going to need... Oh no, did I use too many SAs? So we're out of ability cells. I am trying to do some big shenanigans right now, if you can't tell.
敵の弾を蹴って打ち返す。逆方向に反動で飛ぶ。
So, you know what I
折
might
吉聞くんですね。
Oh, I broke it there, but I didn't have a
Oh,
save prepared. Okay, so we're going to go back and grab some health, and I'm just going to try and get there via a damage boost. Because there is a tree, you might have barely glimpsed it down there. There's a tree, and I just want to touch that tree. That's all I need from Sorrow, and then we can get out. But this teleporter is like really, really close to the tree, so maybe I shouldn't have come here so early, but I am in a very heavy lumberjack mode, and so I really just want to get all the trees as fast as possible. The spider is dead. The spider is dead. That is... Okay.
Ah!
Yeah, this just got very, very interesting. Sporadic, if you want to say some words, now would definitely be a time for them. Actually, you know what? Can I kill the frog? Yeah, Sporadic, say some words. I'm gonna...
なんかこの子、思った以上に落下速度が速い。
Get one more ability cell. Ah, let's go. We can do this. We can do this.
Some wonderful, wonderful donations we had come in, including, okay, so we had this donation come in. We had, you may or may not have heard it earlier, so we're just making sure that everybody heard about this incredible binary donation we got from MASH for $10. Now, I'm not going to read out all the binary because that would take a very, very, very long time. We translated it and it says, gaming to support a great cause. Yes, please. Good luck to all the runners and the amazing team making this event possible. Thank you very, very much, MASH, for your donation and for typing all of that out in binary. That's a lot of zeros and ones, my friend. We also had a $5 donation come in from the Masked Mango who says, I heard $5, so I give $5. Let's go, Prevent-A-Thon, less than 3. And that took us to the total I was very much hoping that we were going to hit before the end of the night. We made it. 700 Canadian
これで滑空できるけど
for Little Warriors. Thank you
鳥。
so much, everyone.
あ
for your
今の鳥が
generosity. Let's keep it
黒のやつか。
going.
Yo, let's go. I am being incredibly stupid right now, if we're being honest here. The next thing I need to do is to, obviously rocket jump because they're really zoomies. I need a better one though. But I need to break a set of rocks that are up here in order to initiate a cutscene. However, I don't have what you're normally supposed to, stomp, which is the exact same problem I was running into above. And I also don't have climb, which would let me break these, and I also don't have what are words? I also don't have bash, which would let me bash a spider projectile. So I might not be able to get this. I'm going to attempt the same thing, which is a charge jump immediately into a charge dash, which I
あ、チャージダッシュも取れてない。
earlier in Sorrow, but it looks like this, these rocks are extremely weird, so I'm not at all surprised that this is just not going my way. Unfortunately, that means I am a stupid idiot who has probably need to exit and reload because the game is a little bit broken right now. Okay, we're actually going to load a save again because, yikes, don't know what the... Like I said, the game is a little broken right now. I am basically trying to do things way out of order because it's usually fast, but I am just missing just a tiny little bit of spice that usually lets me break floors really easily, and instead I'm just doing it with the power of Unga Bunga, shall we say. Unfortunately, the reload means I have to do this again, but no biggie. We can... I managed... Okay, how on earth? Usually you have to charge dash into the spikes in order to redirect your momentum, but I guess I'm just going with the sauce right now. I legitimately have no idea what's going on.
I'm gonna have to say, like, not a stupid idiot. In fact, an incredible runner who's doing a fantastic job. Just wanted to throw that out there.
But also a stupid idiot. Two things can be true. So...
we know we're bashing on this run, but
but it's me. I'm allowed to bash myself. In fact, if I get bashed, that would be very good. But in the meantime, until I can figure out what the heck I'm going to do in regards to all of the cheese that this run is trying to hit me with, I am going to go
ド
search.
ロップで壊す岩をこう。先ほども何回か強引に壊そうとしてましたね。
We're going to search through swamp, hoping that we can maybe find our. Oh, please, Ori, thank you. We can maybe find our sunstone, I believe. No, water vein, in an area that we missed
す
out
ごいわ
on earlier.
ね。
So, did I not get? I had grenade. How did I not get this pickup? It's okay. It's an energy cell. Not worth it. But something that I should probably show off because it is really cool is that this randomizer has an inbuilt logic tracker. So we can see that right here. This shows me all of the pickups that are currently in logic with my current skill set. As you can see, nothing in Sorrow is in logic. Nothing in Valley is in logic. The game really does not think that I should be there. Okay, and that actually fixes all of our problems. Hooray!
おお、ゴシゴシだ。
Oh my god, there's the. Okay, oh, that is all of our problems all at once, pretty much. Wow. Great. That's go mode? That might be go mode. I think that's go mode. I really should have just done that earlier. But I couldn't have known that climb and water vein would be there. Oh, we have G jumps. Oh, we have G jumps. So, okay, if you thought that rocket jumps were very, very strong, oh boy. Oh, howdy friend. Oh, just wait until you see G jumps. But we're gonna.
うわ、でかっ。
Now that we have climb, that rock is extremely easy to break, like completely free. Like there is zero worries at all about breaking it. So, whoop, hi Rhino, get out of the way. Okay.
Hey, friend.
I think I already got all these pickups, and I'm just gonna touch them again because I don't remember what they were. I have a terrible memory when it comes to which pickups I've gotten. But we're going to once more rocket jump up again, and now I didn't get high enough, but we have the power of this. Come on, this is frame perfect. We have the power of this.
あ、すごい。じゃあ、おお、すごいすごいすごい。
Rocket jump. So a rocket jump. No, rocket. I already talked about rocket
チャー
jump.
ジジャンプってこんな感じなんだ。
That's a grenade jump.
あ、すごい。いろんな方向へ飛べるんだ。
My brain is fried. It's fine. Grenade jumps are something you can do if you have charge jump, climb, and grenade. You need all three of those. There are no substitutions or exceptions. So it's not always something that you'll see in a randomizer seed. But in our case, we now have them and are able to use that to get this tree. So I know it looks like a feather, but 7 out of 10. We touch this item. It is 8 out of 10. Therefore, that was a tree. Don't question it. The game said so. So, but yeah, with grenade jumps, if you climb charge jump on a wall and then I don't remember if it's the frame before or the frame after. I just kind of do it based on a feeling in muscle memory at this point. That happens. Basically, the game just forgets to remove your deceleration, and so you just do some incredible zoomies. And so yeah, grenade jumps are one of the most fast forms of movement. The most fastest. Words are hard. I'm trying to do a speedrun right now. But yeah, they are extremely powerful. They're almost too powerful, and in a lot of cases, they will just, faceplant me right into spikes. But we have a lot of setups like that right there, where we can just use the power of the grenade jump to skip over a huge portion of our next area that we're in, Misty Woods. Or I'll dash straight into spikes on accident and die. It's okay. That means we get to see that G-jump again. Unfortunately, health is still going to be an issue. The spikes here deal 3 damage, but as we just saw, I can faceplant into it. But hopefully I'll remember to save next time. That's always something that randomizer runners forget to do. They forget to drop saves and then lose a bunch of time, just like I did. But hey, it's fine. Misty. Misty is an area that's sort of like the Lost Woods in The Legend of Zelda. You go through, you have to hit a bunch of different checkpoints, and each of those checkpoints sort of changes the area. So I'm turning around, and oh, this area wasn't here before. Let's see what's over here. Make sure we skip the cutscene quick, and then we're going to turn around and, oh, there's another thing. So that does mean that Misty is, in the randomizer, very, very linear, which can pose a problem, because if you Alt-R out of Misty, there is no way to get back if you, say, miss a really important pickup, unless you do the entirety of Misty all over again. So,
足場がなさすぎでは。
intentionally put Misty off as long as I could.
今とこほぼトゲだぞ。
All of my hints and clues and what I believe is go mode. I suppose we might need clean water, but no. it's our valley. Right, we got the swamp pickup. That wasn't underwater. Oh, thank God. Okay, so yeah, the sunstone is in valley, and I can get pretty much every valley pickup in one pass through. So all we need now is to get the final tree. So we're at 9 out of 10. We need the final tree, which is where I'm going right now. We're gonna lumberjack, chop that one down, and then we need to go get the sunstone, and then we just go to the final dungeon and beat the game. So yeah, I can do all of that, I'm almost 100% certain, with this current skill set. There is one pickup in Valley that worries me. We are really hoping this isn't going to be Valley Long Swim, which is a swim underwater, poison, and it's also long, so, you know, not fast, but the chances it's that pickup are pretty low. Like, come on, what are the odds? Don't tell me, I don't want to know. But in the meantime, though, we will still be able to make our way through the Ginso tree. So this is the first dungeon of the game, and it is very, very vertical, as you can see. We're going up the trunk of a tree. And,
これワープ
you're only supposed to have, like, double jump and wall jump in order to help you get verticality. But because of the rando, I am coming here with charge dash,
うわーこれ迷いそう
grenade jumps, charge jumps, quad jumps. We have way too many jumps in our arsenal. Can you make this under the... Oh, it was barely too high. Yeah, we have a lot of jumps in our arsenal. One might say 100 little jumps. The name of a run that's coming up later is what I'm trying to reference here. And we have some stuff that can even help us skip puzzles. There we go, got the timing. So Ginso should be no big worry for us. And the mini boss is going to instantly die because charge jump, again, incredibly powerful. This is the last skill you get in the game, and so it does like 50 damage, whereas your normal attack does 1. So we obliterate the mini boss. I always check these pickups just in case there's something cool. And in fact, ability cells are quite cool. They will get us ultra defense, which might be required for Valley Long Swim, but at the end of this room, we will get our final tree, 10 out of 10, and then begins the Sunstone Hunt. So, Sporadic Erratic, this may be your last chance to get in a word. Oh, Mega Health, hold on. Sorry, Mega Health, this is the temporary health that I mentioned earlier, and if I do need to take a poison swim, I can now do it with all of this extra free health. So the game just basically gave me, like, I don't want to say a huge freebie, but like a huge freebie. So as long as I don't damage
攻撃の方向を変えるギミックを動かさずに使ってました。
But unless I damage boost a bunch, we'll be fine. So Sporadic, take it away. This might be the last chance, like I said. So
thank you so much, Turtle. All right, friends. Well, just a reminder that we are here raising funds for Little Warriors, and you know we appreciate every donation towards Little Warriors. We also appreciate spreading the word about this worthy cause. So if you're on social media, you can also help out by sharing our social media posts and getting the word out about this event.
Oh,
Warriors. You can type exclamation point socials in chat to get links to Prevent-A-Thon social media. Please do share that around. Get more eyes on these beautiful runs and on Little Warrior, excuse me, on our fantastic cause, Little Warriors. We are also still looking to unlock that incentive for the first run in the morning, the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy Stormy Ascent. It's a whole extra level. We are sitting at $40 out of the $100 we need for that. Only 60 Canadian dollars to go. I really believe that we can absolutely hit that incentive. It would be lovely to hit it this evening, but we can take donations for the entire time that the marathon is taking a break. Just feel free to donate at your leisure.
Right? Oh, there it is. There's a underwater. That's actually a very easy water. As you can see, I only took like 4 damage. So that wasn't the long swim, that was a short swim, and we have our sunstone. So at this point, there's nothing stopping me from getting to the end of the game, except for maybe my health. Health looking a little bit low, but we do have a way to get past that, in that I can get ultra defense, which will help me survive, because it is ultra and defensive. So I'm going to grab pickups along the way, just because if some of those are health, they will be very, very helpful. But honestly, this might be the last pickup I grab before we get into Mount Horus. So is this going to be vanilla health? No, it is not. All right, we're doing this with 5 health. This might go awry, and if it does, oops. But, ooh, we get to do a cool thing here. So normally you're supposed to bash this baneling across the gap, but we don't have bash. However, like I said, you can beat the game without any skill, and we are going to be beating it without bash here. This is something that really niche. Most runs will never do this, but momentum storage. If you hit this baneling a bunch, when it charges at you, all that stored
お、
momentum
壊せましたね。
hits it all at once, and it goes whee into the rock and can cross the gap without even needing to be bashed. So we're here now without bash. Oh, come on, let me get the grenade jumps. These are still frame perfect. This will come up in the final escape because I'm going to have to hit several of them in order to make it through certain rooms safely. There we go. But yeah, as you can see, even just hitting one of those, or even after like missing one of those, hitting one can just save
うわ、溶岩だ。
so much time. But we have the sunstone, put it in, and we are here at the gates of the final dungeon, Mount Horu. If you play this game vanilla, you might be wondering, Turtle, how on earth are you going to get through Mount Horu? There are 8 different rooms you have to clear.
Final dungeon.
All of the lava that is, hold on, the lava's missing. Turtle, where did the lava go? Good question, hypothetical viewer who has played this game before. The lava went away because of this frame perfect trick. I went too early. This frame perfect trick called Door Warp, which basically just allows you to invalidate the entire dungeon. Oh, come on. It is frame perfect, I promise, but it's really easy to retry, so we're going to keep going for it because... There we go. You aren't allowed to clap. First try, basically. We count those. We validate our EXP. Unfortunately, not any more health. So yeah, we're definitely going in with this amount of health, and that is... Fine. We'll be fine.
お、一気に回収した。
But... I was just using my words and then forgot things. Right, so Door Warp, if you save the game in front of a door...
え、何これ、何これ。
On the first frame that the game loads in, the door doesn't take you to where it's supposed to. It takes you somewhere else. It's different for each door, but the
さっきの袋じゃないか。
just so happens to take you to the very end of the final dungeon. And we absolutely abuse that to skip the entire dungeon, both in a lot of casual speedrun categories, as well as in the randomizer, obviously. So because of that, the randomizer devs have, Ori, grab the wall. Ori, grab the wall. The randomizer devs removed all the lava to make Horu really open-ended in terms of how you can route it. But in my case, I didn't need to route it at all because we have everything we need to get the heck out of here.
危ない危ない危ない。
Damage boost version. I'm a little low on health, so I have health regen 2 and ultra defense. So if I can do some calculations here, this is a safe spot in the middle of the final escape. Fun fact, you can just stand here forever. And I need, I don't have bash, so I need probably a little over 3 health in order to end up. So we're gonna get that pretty quickly here. Unfortunately, I didn't make a grenade
さて
jump
次を。
in that last room, which would have saved me the damage boost, but those are frame perfect. And in this area, in almost every part of the final escape, except like this little nook right here, you're constantly on a timer. So I'm gonna play it a little safe and just wait for another half health. But yeah, so if I failed a second grenade jump, I would have instantly died, and so I decided to play it safe and take the damage boost, knowing that I had health regeneration too. All right.
Would this
There
be
we
a
go.
good
That
time
ought to
for
be enough.
one small donation?
No.
Okay.
Sorry. Because we are going to get through this poison water here, trying to not take damage from Miriam or Jeremy. Okay, there we go.
強引に、今強引に
So,
潜ったな。
this wall, this is now the final room of the final escape. I am specifically going to not trigger the bird here, so we get a bit of extra time, and we can get onto this wall. Ori, climb onto the wall, please. I have quad jump. This should be really easy. There we go. And just set up for one final grenade jump, because if you grenade jump from this exact spot, you skip about 40 seconds of the final cutscene. So we just cut
おお、めっちゃ飛んだ。
like 80 seconds, or a minute 20 in half. So the game is just about to wrap up now, with a little bit of holding right in these cutscenes. There is still gameplay happening, but it is mostly holding right. You can see the cutscene is maybe a little teensy bit broken, but it doesn't matter because the cutscene works well enough that we are going to get control of Naru, everyone's favorite blueberry mom here, and just for the crowd, mayhap some Naru hops. Naru doesn't have any of Ori's abilities, but Naru can jump, and this loses time.
最後のイベントクリアしちゃった。マジ？
It is optimal. The time is now. So that is the end of Ori Rando, and I'm going to quick give my shoutouts. Sorry, Spray.
あ、タイムストップですね。はい、グッドゲーム。
Shoutouts to all the developers of the Rando, but in particular Aiko, who is the
みん
currently
なスキップあり。ラスボスでした。
has done amazing work on this game, making it as frenetic, fluid,
Zero.
and fun as it is. It's still being updated. We got Key Sanity and Enhanced Mode just 2 months ago. And in Key Sanity, I've heard is very fun. Enhanced Mode is a crime.
だいぶすっ飛ばされまし飛ぶんだな。
But it is a crime. So there's always more stuff in the pipeline.
どう考えても戦ってないですよね。
So if you would like to try it out, please head over to orirando.com and orirando.com/discord. The first is your link for all things of the randomizer, but the Discord leads to the Ori community, which is my next shout out, because the Ori community are amazing. It's not just Ori Rando, it is also Ori Vanilla, and Ori Will of the Wisp Rando, and Ori and the Will of the Wisps Vanilla. So all things Ori in one place. There's so many amazing runners, amazing people, and great friends that I've met through the
あ、す
Ori
ごい。トーナメントもやってたんですね。
If you ever have a question that you want to ask about anything, plop it in a chat. Anytime there will be 2, 3, 4, 5 people willing to help you out and talk more about our favorite game. So yeah, feel free to join orirando.com/discord if you also love this game or want to love this game in the future, which you will. But last shout out, I want to thank the people who helped me, because Ori was my first speed game that really clicked with me. And so if it wasn't for the community helping me when I was a new runner, I wouldn't be here today either as a runner or as a volunteer in the background either. So huge shout outs to Covert Muffin, 2Kill, Grem, Infinite, and Smash ESR for helping me to be the speedrunner that I am today. So yeah, if you would like to catch more from me, head over to twitch.tv/TurtleRun2412. I run Ori, obviously, but also other Metroidvanias like Bow Path of the Teal Lotus, which I'm going to be practicing for someone else's run at GDQ. I just want to be up to date on the strats. And I also run silly games like Shaq Fu, another game at GDQ that I'm also going to be practicing coming up in the future. So Metroidvanias and silly games, great combo. But also catch the rest of Prevent-A-Thon because we're only at the end of day 1, 3 more days coming up, and I'll be around behind the scenes a lot, like I just mentioned, doing a bunch of volunteer work. So I'll be in chat, I'll be behind the scenes. Make sure you catch all the rest of this marathon and support Little Warriors. I think that is all I have to say. Remember to stand up and stretch between all of your runs, stay hydrated, and have a good day. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye!
Thank you so,
はい、タートルランさんお疲れ様でした。
amazing run of Ori and the Blind Forest Definitive Edition Randomizer Turtle Run 2412, and that is, in fact, our final run of the evening. Not the final run of the marathon, the final run of the evening. I hope you're still around, Turtle, because we had a $20 donation come in from Turnit, who said, "Love Ori." Very, very sweet. Thank you so much for your generosity. Turnit. All right, so as I said, that is going to be it for the evening. A huge thanks to all of our runners and our staff, our tech team especially, for all of their hard work today. I hope y'all will come back again tomorrow. We are going to be back at noon Eastern. That's 9 a.m. in my time zone. In the morning with a daily spotlight, and then we're going to be starting right off with that Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy run from Eau Claire de Lune, and Pro Pokenoob is going to be posting spectacularly for that. All right, well, we are going to be heading out to raid Lucifer 9783, so please bring a lot of love to their chat, and we'll see you back here again real soon.
はい、というわけで、画面切り替わりましたね。はい、というわけで、以上、オリ&ザ・ブラインド・フォレストディフィニティブ・エディションランダマイザーでした。というわけで、プリベン プリベントアゾーン。1日目終わりですね。はい。で、ここで休憩を挟みまして、およそ12時間後かな。12時間後に2日目が始まります。また数時間後に会いましょう。で、失礼いたします。